to the whole world. My name is Anna Fedorova, and I am CEO of this wonderful Unicorn events that you have been with us through the whole season, and now we reach the final destination, our World Cup, Unicorn Cup. Please welcome everyone who is here. And first of all, I would like to point out that we're very grateful to our sponsors who made it all happening. Thank you. Network VC, the management company of our global ecosystem and main center of our venture activities. And Network VC is our platinum sponsor. If you are a VC or want to do venture business, consider Network VC as your partner. Become a partner at the venture fund. Please scan this QR code for the details. I really encourage you to do this. And Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is our golden sponsor. And that is where the hottest deals for business angels are made. So if you are an accredited investor, this message is for you. If you want to invest into the startups that win our unicorn battles together with other experienced VCs and business angels, scan this QR code and please join us for great deals. Startup Inc. Is our silver sponsor. That is for small check investors from all over the world. So follow the link to seize great opportunities. Thank you guys very, very much for being with us throughout the season, throughout many years. But today, finally, we have all gathered together after going over a huge number of startup applications from all the continents. Today, you will see the best of the best pitch live at our amazing events. The winners of the semifinals unicorn battles that got the highest scores from our famous judges have the honor to represent their region and industry. Welcome winners of industry-focused unicorn battles. You will see on the screen, you will hear them in a little while. This amazing events brought to you by us, Unicorn.Events. And I have a little video for you. Let's go a little video preview sneaking into the Unicorn events before we go on. Can we have video, please? And hello again. That was a sneak preview, a little unicorn events in a nutshell. But of course, you know that we are the world's largest startup pitch contest, according to geography and the number of the events held already. We started back in 2009 and do our events on regular basis all over the world, online, offline, any kind of events. We have done already more than 300 pitch events and do them on all continents. And I'm so proud of my team. Guys, you are the best. And I really encourage everyone to join us to see the best innovations, meet great personalities. Because look, I love this next slide. Our unicorn events really help startups to fundraise, succeed, and become leaders in their industry. We have thousands of startups joining our community and meeting our investors. And we can't be more proud when we sum up the numbers that our winners have raised. almost $1 billion over 5 last years. Can you believe it? A huge amount of money. And this is how mighty our investors community is. Don't you just love Unicorn Events? I surely do. And right away, we are starting the next season of our Unicorn Events. It will be industry-focused season, but with limited number of industries. We will be focusing on AI, VR, AR, health tech, biotech, and fintech, crypto industry, blockchain. You can contact Mary, our event manager, for more details and look up for our updates on our site. So, dear judges, if you know any startup that is ready to pitch at Unicorn Battles, send it our way and we make it everything possible that you see it again in the finals. Every season, it's an exciting journey at Unicorn Events. We'll travel all over the world, discovering startups and big and small ecosystems with our great partners. We are doing unicorn pitches all over the world and really opening amazing innovation solutions for our investors. Thank you, our partners, so much. You are amazing, and we are looking forward to many more great experiences with you all over our beautiful planet. And of course, new partners are welcome to join our great international family. Let's do business together. Please reach out to me and we'll explore synergies. Our events are live and we are broadcasting all over the world via social media. So subscribe to our channels and put like, not to miss any unicorns. And now, please meet our wonderful Mary, event manager for this great event and many, many more to come. Great girl that does amazing unicorn events. Mary. Mary. Oh, I guess the signal is lost. Mary, do you hear me?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I can hear you. My signal is unstable. I don't know. It's Ukraine. Could you please repeat once more? Anna?
That's okay. Just take care of the signal. I'll call you when you'll be on air. And thank you, dear partners, for being with us through this season. Thank you for supporting us in our Unicorn Cup, the World Finals, Crypto News, Enterprise Forum, ITK Media, Expert Dojo, GSD Venture Studio, Female Founders, the Kimes Unit City, AI Stars Incubator, Block Telegraph, Gridelli, Recipitory Roy, Silicon Valley in Your Pocket, Prepare VC, Firma D, and Uplift. Thank you so much for supporting us. Looking forward to many great collaborations. And now it's time to represent our official judges. As in Unicorn Battles, dear judges, here also works the same. You vote personally, but then you're aggregated as a group. We have 3 different groups. Business Angels will be voting, evaluating startup investment potential. Then expert board consisting of judges representative of VC companies and accelerators will be voting also, evaluating startup investment potential. And official judges, wonderful people who represent not only their entity, but some community of startups, VCs representing their country, will be voting for the startup investment potential. And then we see the votes of each group and then the aggregated vote, and we'll have the ultimate winner of the Unicorn Cup. But we will be summing up the votes of the first session and the second session. So the winner will be announced after America had voted for the startups, which will be, I guess, in 12 hours, maybe 11, something like this. But everything will be posted or live at our event page. You can watch us there or in YouTube. And let me start with our wonderful official judges who who represent their country and the ecosystem. And I would love to start with Alexander Soroka, partner and CEO at Network VC, representing the USA and the whole world of innovations. Hi, Alexander. Alexander is having technical problems. Yeah, there is a great storm in California. And it's late at night, let's jump to Yuri Serechenko, Managing Director at QP Digital, representing Ukraine. Hello, Yuri.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for
Yuri?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, very quiet. Can you make it the sound more?
1 second, 1 second, please.
Very, very, very quiet. There is something with your audio. Please.
Hello?
Oh, yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience and thank you for inviting me. I'm proud to present Ukraine at Unicorn Cup Finals. I'm Serechenko Yuri, Managing Director of QP Digital. We were the fastest growing VC fund in Ukraine. We invest in fintech, deep tech, gaming, space tech in Ukraine, in Europe, and North America. We invest startups early stage and the seed stage. Our whole team in Ukraine now. We are not in investment mood right now. We are more caring about liquidity and helping our existing startups, about their relocation, for example. Now we work in the format of startup studio. We help founders and entrepreneurs to create their own projects, new businesses. Glad to see here so good selection of startups and judges. Wish good luck and perfect funding. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuri, so much. And welcome Michal Zaleshak, co-founder and managing partner at Lighthouse Ventures, representing Czechia. Hello, Michal.
Hi there. Happy to be here, and thank you very much for being invited. We invest as early as IDA stage in Europe, and in the past we invested also in the participants of Unicorn Cup finals. So you are doing definitely a good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michal, so much. Enjoy. And let's go to the second slide. And here I see we have Omar Abedin, Head of VC Investments at TNT Ventures, representing Pakistan. Hello, Omar.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here. Super psyched for this event. I've been looking at some of the startups that are going to be presenting today. And I think we have our job cut out for us today. So, so thanks for inviting me, and it's great to be here. Thank you.
Nice to have you, Omar. Welcome, and please welcome John D. Evans, representing Midland China. Sorry, John is the general manager at Samel Ventures. Hello, John. John.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes. Hi.
I'm from Suzhou, China, and if you don't know where that is, we're about a 30-minute train ride due west of Shanghai. It's a metropolitan city of about 10 million. We have a lot of foreign companies here, more in advanced manufacturing, but also a very large biotech development center sponsored by the city. I got involved with startups about 7 years ago, focusing on China and Europe relations. I'm seem to be gravitating a little bit more towards ASEAN, and I focus on healthcare and fintech. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, John. Great to have you with us. And please welcome Tobias Bayer, principal at Blockchain Founders Fund, representing Singapore. Hello, Tobias.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be here. I'm Tobias. We run Blockchain Founders Fund. We are still actively investing. So excited to see if we can find some amazing startups and founders. And obviously, thanks for having me today on the judge as an official judge. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Great to have you, Tobias. And please welcome Rafael Saleh, representing Egypt. Rafael is the founding partner at Qubit Ventures. Hello, Rafael.
Hello, how are you? Congrats to everyone who's reached that stage today. So Qubit Ventures, we're based in Egypt, we're North Africa focused, and we come in at seed to pre-series A stage. Thank you.
Yes, welcome, Rafe. Great to have you. And dear expert board, dear judges, please raise a hand. There is a button, raise hand. Please push it and I'll give you a floor to represent yourself shortly for 1 minute, pointing out what industry you invest in, what geography you invest in, what's your check size. Yes, Pavel, nice to see you. Welcome.
Nice to see you again, Anna. I'm Pavel Bogdanov. I'm partner with Almas Capital. I'm based in Berlin. We're a US European early stage VC fund, investing checks between $1 and $10 million, investing at late seed Series A opportunities. Happy to be here.
Great to have you with us. And Andy, hello.
Hey, hi. Good to see everybody. I'm Andy. I'm based in Singapore. I have done a lot of Web3 related investments since 2017. I run a fund of about 50 mil. And if there are any good innovations, any good blockchain projects, please come my way. Thank you.
Welcome, Andy. Any other judges? Seljuk. I see we have Seljuk representing Turkey. Seljuk, are you with us? Seljuk is a managing partner at Boza Ventures. Another official judge has joined.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes, hi, we hear you.
I am working as a VP at the Boza, as a Dutch-based company, and also I'm an angel investor. Thank you so much for being here, for the invitation. Great jury members. We hope to see the best startups here. Thank you.
Yes, you will. We are doing our job. Welcome, Seljuk. Yes, any other judges would love to represent themselves before the pitch session, so startups know who to write to? In any case, if not, let me represent our wonderful Mary, our event host for today. Mary is event manager at Unicorn.Events and always does this wonderful job with our events. Mary.
Hello, Anna. Hi, everyone. Great to be here today and to see you all here. Hope you will enjoy today's startups because they are truly winners. And first of all, I would like to remind judges that you all will be voting for today's winner. The winner will be the one for both sessions. And to vote, you all have your individual voting links on your emails. Please click on this link. You will be redirected to our event page of the Cup. You will see our 11 participants, wonderful startups, and beneath each startup's logo, you will see numbers from 1 till 5. 1 is the lowest mark, 5 is the highest mark, and please evaluate their investment potential. And now I'm addressing to our wonderful startups. I would like to remind you all that you will have 3 minutes for pitching and 3 minutes for Q&A session. We do not recommend to pronounce any fundraisings out loud because we are broadcasting, as you can see, and in some countries there are restrictions in this regard. And now from technical side is all, and be to proceed to our pitches. And now we are starting from the first participant of today's COP is a US startup Chain Solutions. And Gaurav, hi.
Hello.
Please, the stage is yours. Your 3 minutes for pitching are starting promptly.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Maria. Thanks, everyone. Since we only have 3 minutes, I'll start. So we have created OptiFlow. It's a supply chain digital twin platform. And the reason why we created this was current supply chain design planning tools are not capable of managing increased complexity in supply chains with rise in e-commerce. And we've also seen a lot of disruptions going on. So supply chains need to be dynamic, and e-commerce is only adding to this complexity. So globally, we estimated about $100 billion will be lost by retailers in logistics costs due to suboptimal network design and planning by 2027. As you can see, the complexity has increased. So to solve this problem, we created this platform, and this is an AI-powered platform which helps you create different digital twins. A digital twin is a virtual mathematical model of a physical supply chain. And using that mathematical model, you can run several scenarios which can be optimized for cost, service, and balance for risk. Using these digital twins, you can take strategic and tactical decisions to improve your supply chains. To build these digital twins on OptiFlow, what companies need to do it, they need to connect their data sources to various inputs like demand, warehousing, transportation, various supply chain elements. And then they can run a set of proprietary optimization algorithms to generate outputs. And these outputs can be used for strategic and tactical decision making. So for example, one of the outputs of the questions can be, how many number of distribution centers should I place in my network? What should their be size, and what should be their locations? What should be my capacities? What should be the optimal product flow path? How should I plan my inventory? So all these answers can be derived from creating digital twins. Our revenue model is pretty simple. We are a software company, so we charge $150,000 per user per year for the whole year, or $15,000 per user per month. We also provide consulting support for companies who are not ready yet to build these digital twins themselves. And often we have seen, once we have done these digital twinning for the first few months, then companies like to take it over. So we are there to support companies with this digital transformation in their journey. Typically, we see $1 billion company requires 2 to 3 licenses. So that's about $500,000 expenditure on software and
30
about
seconds.
Yeah. So what can OptiFlow do is it can help you solve strategic problems and tactical problems with respect to network design, supply planning, demand planning, and transportation. How we are different is we are targeting e-commerce, which has different flow of goods compared to other companies. Nobody else is doing it. So we are the only company which is doing this. In terms of traction, we generated about $0.3 million in revenue last year. This year, we are closing at $1.3 million. And projected revenue for next year is $3.9 million. We have confirmed orders from existing clients, and we have signed partnerships with firms like Slalom and other big consulting firms. This is the typical success what we have seen, 12 to 25% reduction in logistics cost with better design and planning across 5 of our customers. Global market is about $50 billion for SCM. The e-commerce is predicted to be 50% by 2027, which is about $25 billion. And we are seeing an obtainable market share of about 10%, which is about $2.5 billion. So we definitely are targeting high. Our ask today is $1.3 million for 10% equity. And we plan to use these proceeds to increase our team, accelerate marketing and sales activities, and invest in building out and bettering our digital twin platform. That's it.
Gaurav, thank you. Thank you very much for your pitch. And we have our first question from Michael.
How difficult or in terms of manpower, how much time do you need to spend on clients? So is it more like a consulting business or like a software business where you provide a platform and it is like a easier scalable towards other clients? Because I understand that this consulting is like a heavy part.
Sure. So what we have seen, Michael, is this kind of activities is being done. Network design, digital twins has been done. So the software is very easy to use. Anybody can get trained on it within 2 weeks. Depending on the complexity of your supply chain, we have seen companies take about 2 to 3 months to get started with this journey. And then they can run on their own.
Thank you. And another question from John. Hi, John.
Thank you, Maria. I've got a question about the direction this industry is moving in, particularly in North America, because you mentioned e-commerce, and I assume you were talking about B2C business. You're going up against some powerful competitors in Amazon. And what we've seen in China over the last 5 years is the whole B2C has gravitated to a small number of very big providers who provide both the storefront and the logistics. I mean, is there a risk that a few big firms are going to crowd out this market in America in the coming years? And how do you protect against that competitive threat?
So, good question. What we have seen is major retailers are interested in setting up their own stores, whether working with a partner or doing it themselves. So since consumer patterns are shifting and everybody is getting there, so all brands want to have a presence in digital space, which means that they need to serve the customers where they are. So we have not seen particularly a threat from Amazon, because there's so many companies like Shopify and things like that. So they are doing it. But the core part here is planning. What we are doing is we are helping plan your supply chain better. The future of supply chains is omni-channel. And as long as that's going to stay, the complexity is going to increase, whether you sell it on Amazon or use Shopify or use your own software. As long as the complexity increases, the ability to plan better has to increase.
Okay, I'll ask just one follow-up. Going forward in North America, do you see more potential in the B2C or B2B logistics for your company?
Hard to say. I think B2C is going to grow as a percentage of total, the supply chain complexity is only going to shift towards more complex as B2C increases.
Thank you.
Ярослав, привет.
Hello, Eric.
Да, удобно.
Okay, I guess Eric is talking differently. Thank you, Gaurav, and wish you good luck, and see you in the evening for me.
Sure.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. And we are welcoming today on the stage Rafael, who will present startup Cook.E, the winner of robots and hardware unicorn battle, and France. Greetings to France.
Hi, Maya, thank you very much. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and we can already see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So thanks for listening to me. I created Cook.E when I found out that there is
gray blocks.
Sorry? You can hear me, right?
Okay. Yes, but we can see gray blocks on your screen. Could you please remove? Yes, now it's better.
Okay. So I created Cook.E when I found out that there are 1.6 million kitchen workers missing between the US and EU. Working in a kitchen is a very tough job, and now nobody wants to do it anymore. And so we, with my co-founders, created this cooking robot. It takes 2.7 square meters, so that's about 30 square feet. And it works the following way. You have to put ingredients in the containers of the robot. You can put up to 20 ingredients and about 250 portions. Then you have a software where you can enter your own recipes. So you tell the amount of ingredient, cooking temperature, cooking duration. And the robot is actually going to execute the recipe. So it will fetch ingredients into the cold containers and pour them into those rotating pots. There are 3 pots, so you can prepare 3 dishes at the same time, up to 100 dishes per hour. And eventually the pots are going to tilt and pour the dish into a plate, and they will wash themselves automatically. And so from then, all you have to do is hand over the dish to the customer. So the kind of dish that we prepare is everything that's in a pot. So it's really good for Italian and Asian cooking, which represents 35% of the market share. And here you can see actual dishes cooked by the robot. We sell it. The starting price is 1,450 euros per month, plus 20 cents per dish. And that represents a huge save for the restaurant, because if they wanted to have staff for example, 8 hours a day, 365 days a year, they would pay much more than that. So they would be saving with our robot from 25 to 50K per year. And we also are launching in May in a school campus the same robot, but as a vending machine. So the benefits is no hiring hassle. There's a lot of turnover in the restaurant industry, so we help you save that. Less training, a huge impact on the bottom line, but also the food is always going to come out the same. It's the same weight, the same cooking duration, so it's very consistent in quality, and you can personalize food for each customer. Since January, we signed 9 LOIs. And one with Sodexo, another one with Accor, and others with restaurants. So we have very strong traction at the moment. LOIs for paid pilots at our target price. And so now we are raising funds to accelerate our growth. The big difference is that our robot is very simple and reliable. It's easy to set up, takes 15 minutes to train someone to use it, and 30 minutes to set it up somewhere, and it's affordable.
30 seconds.
Thank you. In the past, I created a startup called Price Match that was acquired by Booking.com for more than 50 million euros. I'm with 2 very strong engineers from SoftBank Robotics. And Alexandre, who is actually now our head of growth, he created the biggest premium burger chain in France, which he sold. And when he sold it, there were 46 restaurants in that chain. So now we have a robot ready. We did some delivery on Deliveroo. Our robot is certified, and we're raising funds. We already have a lead investors, but we're looking for a follow. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Raphael. And we already have a question from John.
Yes, thank you for that. It's very interesting, automation in the restaurant. I noticed when you were talking about your geographic market, you mentioned the US and EU, but of course the UK isn't in the EU anymore. And I'm just curious whether you see a really special Brexit dividend by going into the UK, because there's all sorts of problems now with lack of availability of labor. As very difficult for people outside of the UK to get in. And the hospitality industry has been one that has been claiming really serious problems. So how does the UK, or Brexit Island, as some people refer to it now, fit into your marketing plans?
The fact that I said EU is a semantic mistake from my part. I really mean Europe. So yes, definitely the UK is interesting for us. For all the regions you mentioned and the reasons you mentioned, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't go to the UK.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. And question from Michael.
Can you share a bit more details about your unit economics of the machine?
Yes. So the target cost of production is 60,000 euros. What we want is we provide it, as I said, on a monthly fee, but there is a commitment, and we have a leasing partner, and so we receive several years of rent immediately, which means when we sell the hardware, we make a 40% margin on the hardware, and then thanks to the price per dish, we also make 40 to 50% margin on the maintenance. At the end of the leasing period, the recurring fee keeps coming to us, because there's no buying option. And so it becomes a fully recurring revenue model.
So do I understand correctly that you don't produce it in-house, but you have a external partner and you are the one who is doing the sales and marketing and everything, but it is not like a cash-heavy business for you?
So we make the conception of the robot, but we have partners indeed producing the components. What we do in-house is the assembly and testing, and then we deliver and set it up.
And you have also a funding partner, like the leasing partner that will provide the cost. So
yes, we have a leasing partner.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. And another question from John. Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll ask one very different question. I got the impression, looking at the pitch deck, that the control of the ingredients, ensuring there's adequate supply and putting them in is outside of your system. It's the responsibility of the owner of the restaurant or whatever. Is there any ability for the system to somehow check ingredients going through to the prescribed menu? So if someone mistakenly put in sugar instead of salt, because they're both white, I mean, is that something that can be controlled? How can you have any control or management of the ingredients?
It's hard to detect automatically what kind of ingredients are in there, but we have systems that really in the software help you assess, like visually control that each ingredient is done correctly. So there are systems in the software to help you do this kind of quality check before you actually start serving your customers. For example, you can run a little process that's going to deliver one of each recipe in small portions, and then you can control that those recipes were correctly made before you actually open your restaurant.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Rafael, thank you for your presentation. It was wonderful.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
very much.
And sure, we are welcoming startup Sterling Shear from the United States, and Stephen will represent the fintech industry on today's Unicorn Finals. Hi, Stephen. You are mute. Yeah. You are still mute.
Yeah, I was about to start sharing my screen. Sorry.
Okay.
Go back to it. Yeah, 1 second. All right, guys, I'm the CEO and founder of Sterling Shire Investments. Sterling Shire, our goal is to change the full service asset management model in a similar fashion to how Robinhood changed the discount broker dealer. So Robinhood went after your E-Trades and TD Ameritrades. We're going up the spectrum to more along the lines of going after the Morgan Stanley's, JP Morgan's, things of that nature, their asset management arms. As everyone here knows, the asset management market is the biggest market in the entire world. You know, over 100 trillion a year. Now, I myself have been a broker on Wall Street for 13 years. I resigned 2 years ago in order to build this out. I've got some world-class people helping me with this. For example, one of our board members is the former chairman of the SEC, so it literally does not get higher than that. My chief technology officer is the former director of the London Stock Exchange and the former global head of technology for State Street. And David Lundgren, our chief market strategist, is the former director of research for Wellington Management, which has over $1 trillion in AUM. So what we've done is we've essentially built a tool that we believe changes the market structure for the clients and the advisors as a whole. It makes it better for both of them. It allows us to tie compensation much more closely to performance rather than AUM based, right? Because the financial advisors who base their fees on AUM, what ends up happening is they'll just throw everybody's funds into 50 different mutual funds. And then just spend 99.9% of their entire life, you know, trying to find more clients and find more money. So I'm just going to show you the product. We're fully approved by the SEC and FINRA. Let me stop sharing here and go back to this other screen. So we're fully approved by FINRA and the SEC. We are clearing through Apex Clearing, which is one of the best clearing firms in the industry for fintechs. They took a look at what we built. And I'm not going to have time to go through the entire patent pending trade confirmation process here, but essentially they took a look at what we built and they decided we don't want clearing charges from you. You know, we don't want money. We want a warrant to buy 3% of the company, because they see, you know, that if we're successful in shifting this model, that it's going to be, you know, revolutionary. So basically, this is the platform we built. It's all up and running. This is what it looks like from the broker or financial advisor perspective. I'm not going to go through every little widget, But
30 seconds.
What I would encourage you all to do is, if you have time, book, I'm going to drop my Calendly here, book a time for me to show you the trade confirmation process, because what it does is it shifts a lot of the regulatory risk and liability off the firm as it relates to making recommendations in the market. This allows us to pay the advisors much more than every other firm in existence, while tying their comp directly to the performance in a way that no other firm is able to. Thanks.
Thank you. It was another interesting and useful solution. And please, judges, your questions. John.
I'm really interested in two questions. The first one being your revenue model. I think in your presentation you said you earn your revenue through margin interest, stock lending, and also a reference to a sweep account. And I didn't understand how that makes money. But what drives your profitability? Is it sort of cash under administration, and what metric do you follow to monitor that progress?
Yeah, so the sweep program is where clients have free cash sitting there in their account, and then we sweep it over into treasuries and things of that nature, right? So that's the sweep account. So that's typical of every broker dealer. So what drives our profitability is going to be those things that we mentioned, that I mentioned: the sweep program, fully paid stock lending, stock borrow. They're traditional discount broker dealer revenue streams, but because of our trade confirmation process, we're able to live on those revenue streams of a discount broker, but operate as a full service investment firm like a Morgan Stanley.
Okay, and so is what driving the profitability really the number of customers and or the amount of cash that they're putting into you?
Yeah, I mean, without cash, without customers, you're not going to make any money. Our target audience right now is we're driving advisors onto the platform. So right now, what we're doing is we're going to people at Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, National Securities, and saying, stop working for them. There's no reason you should be giving them a huge chunk of your revenue. Come work for us. Bring all your clients with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And another question from Rafik.
Hi, thank you for this opportunity. I have a question. I still don't get who your target audience is. Is it the stock exchange? Is it the portfolio manager?
It's the actual
company.
It's the actual financial advisors who are dealing with the clients. So we're going straight after every single financial advisor in the industry, every professional money manager, and saying, we have a better way to do this. It's going to be better for your clients, and it's going to be better for you as a whole.
And how do you charge them?
We don't at all. So if we make money off margin interest, the credit balances, fully paid stock lending, and stock borrow. So if I do $1 million in production at JP Morgan, I'm going to take home $350,000. That's going to be $200,000 base, $150 bonus. JP Morgan keeps $650,000 of that. With us, they keep the full $1 million themselves, and they're able to do it remotely forever in a super compliant manner.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Rafik. Thank you, Stephen, for the solution and for your time today. And we are moving to startup number 4 today. It's a Radio Live, the winner of Biotech and Health Tech Unicorn Battle, and Sergio will present it. Hi, Sergio.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sergio. I'm the founder and CEO of Radio Live. I am thrilled to present to you today. As the winners of the biotech industry in the preliminary rounds of the Unicorn Cup, we're excited to compete with startups from different industries. At Radio Life, we believe that artificial intelligence modeling can revolutionize medical diagnostics. And we developed a platform that combines AI with the right technology to improve speed and cost in the detection of diseases. The pandemic has shown us the importance of accurate and timely medical diagnosis. With Radio Life solution, we can bridge the gap in diagnostic capabilities and ensure that patients receive the best possible care. So how can we use AI to solve our diagnostic gap? We are combining AI with radio frequency. By doing this, we are creating a unique solution that is affordable and scalable. Our solution is mobile and user-friendly and has the potential to detect diseases caused by viruses, bacteria, and cancer cells in under 20 seconds without using any reagents. This device is simple to use and can be remotely upgraded with new diagnostic tests, making it the best solution for POCs, border control posts, and other triage applications. Our goal is to make a real difference in lives of people. We are proud that ever since we incorporated Radio Life, we've collected invaluable achievements, such as lab partnerships to run clinical studies, our patent grants, a feasibility study agreement for the tuberculosis rapid test, and an MOU signed with one of the lead diagnostic companies in Latin America that will allow us to run pilots. Next, we will secure the funds we need to run clinical studies, achieve regulatory approval, run pilots, and prepare for scaling. Our plan is to sell 58,000 units and become profitable by the end of year 2 with over $15 million in revenues. This is the team that is executing and will lead Radio Life to success by combining the experience I have with startups and tech, having had a successful exit in the telecom space, my co-founder Williams with over 15 years of experience in telecom, radio frequency, and device manufacturing, Dr. Rodrigo with over 30 years in immunoregulation of infectious diseases, Michelle with over 20 years of regulatory compliance experience, having worked with companies like Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca in the past. Look, we decided to embark on this journey just 2 years ago. We know that what we're doing is important and is of personal significance to me and my team. We had family members passing due to late diagnostics during the pandemic. So you can imagine how hard our team is working to bring this technology to the lives of people. But together we can do more. So I would like to invite all of you to join us in our journey. I'm happy to take your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sergio. And judges, your questions now. Yes, John, please.
Yes, thank you for that. This is not so much a question, but a request maybe for further information, maybe after the event is over. I was speaking with someone who was very intrigued about your technology. They use a lot of diagnostics and a lot of reagents, but when he did an online search, he couldn't find a lot of preliminary research on your technology, whether it's peer-reviewed or otherwise. Do you have an index or a directory of things that people could look at to do more fundamental research into the technology?
Yeah, so our patent grant was issued last year. Thank you for the question, though. And I can share my contact information here in the chat for further conversation offline, but we can also provide, technical details as needed. There's not a lot of information, from research regarding what we did because our patent grant was issued recently and we didn't release a lot of information prior to the grant. But we expect to be publishing articles and partnering with researchers to start rolling out publishings about our technology in the near future.
Okay, that would be interesting to follow as I work with a few medium-sized clinics. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. And there are no other questions. So we again thank you, Sergio, for your creation and for your solution. And we have to skip startup number 5 for today due to technical issues, and we'll proceed to startup number 6, Control Energy. And since Rauf is preparing to pitch, I would like to remind our judges to vote. And if you have any questions regarding your links, please write us direct messages in chat and we will help you. And now I would like to invite to the stage Rauf, the founder and presenter of Control Energy Startup, the winner of Industry Agnostic Unicorn Battle. Rauf is from France. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Can you see me?
Yes.
And can you see my screen?
Yes. Perfect.
So, hi everyone. My name is Raouf. I'm from Control Energy. Did you know that lead acid batteries dominate the energy storage market? This technology that has been around for over a century, that is harmful for both human and nature, still owns 60% of the total stationary energy storage market simply because the batteries are cheaper than lithium alternatives. And speaking of lithium, less than 5% of the lithium battery production is recycled because the batteries are too complex and time-consuming to be financially viable. To overcome these difficulties, we created LiPo. So LiPo is a fully modular, wire-free, reusable smart battery made of recycled materials. With LiPo, you don't throw your battery anymore. At the end of your battery life cycle, you just open it, remove the security sensor, open the BMS part, which is proprietary, have direct access to the cell, send the cells that can be fully recycled and make 85% of a new cell, put in new cells, close your LiPo, and voila. This is a brand new battery that can operate for up to 40 years. But LiPo storage is also a system that is built to be mounted within minutes without wiring or welding or soldering, just like Legos with infinite scalability. The benefits for the users are certain. So it's the same energy storage as a lead battery, but in 30% size and weight. It saves 75% compared to lithium packs when it comes to replacement. And for every LiPo installed, you will save 190 kilos of CO2 equivalent. LiPo product can supply and optimize energy for every room in your home with LiPoDex, the full house with the LiPo Pixel, or even scale it to provide energy to a full building with maximum of 200 kilowatts per hour per unit. Today, we have a pre-industrial, fully operational version, 2 patents in France and the US, and we have 3 paid pilots, mainly with utilities for B2B2C and B2B clients. Well, our team gathered 17 years of experience. We had 1 exit in 2019 in the energy market. We are fully bootstrapping the technology in-house, so we put our money where our mouth is, and we are currently fundraising our first round to bring LiPo to the market. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Raouf. And judges, we are carefully listening to your questions. John?
Yeah, I'll just ask one quick question. Can you talk a little bit about the cost and pricing of your product? And is it something that has, from your company perspective, high fixed costs and you need to get a lot of scale? Just give us a little bit of the economics of price, cost, and profit.
Sure. The LiPo module is sold $29. It costs around $4.5 to make. When it comes to replacement, you just need to replace the cells, and the future brand new battery will cost $9 because it's $1 per cell. So every time you replace your cells, you save basically 75% of the total price.
And do you have a big fixed cost upfront investment that you've got to recapture as well before you can start earning the marginal return?
Oh, not really, because with our modular design, we have modules to tackle basically any application. So our capex is very low. We have a proprietary BMS, but we outsource the manufacturing to a PCB company. We buy the cells from a top tier manufacturer with a contract. So our capex is very low. We can deploy our mounting and testing unit within 30 days, and it costs around $75K to get 1 unit that has a capability to mount 1,000 units per day.
Thank you.
Thank you. And question from Mr. Taj.
Can you please tell a little bit more about how do you want to sell this product, or who is going to be your potential customer, and what is going to be the sales process?
Okay, so basically we are targeting stationary energy storage in real estate, so domestic real estate, offices, and commercial real estate. Our clients would be first, before going D2C, our client will be first mainly utilities for their own internally need to replace lead batteries. We have one pilot going on in that way, but also B2B2C. So many utilities are getting in contact with us because they are interested in getting LipoPixel and LipoDex to their own clients.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And question from Andrei.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for the presentation. My name is Andrei. I work as an innovation manager at VTech, the biggest power investor in Ukraine. And we're actually one of the utilities that you were talking about. So a very interesting solution that you have here. One question, what is the, how many cycles can your cells sustain? And what is the capacity, power capacity to power ratio that your cells have?
Okay, so regarding the cycles, we are using the most common lithium cells. So they can, they can sustain up to 10 years in cyclability before starting to lose their, let's say, energy density. On the other hand, our total capacity, it's really scalable. So we have a BMS that is proprietary, very special, that can modulate and reorder how the battery is mounted. So basically, we can get our current higher or our capacity higher. So we can modulate, and we can, basically, we don't still have the means to scale it up to like 10 megawatts per hour and see it burning or something else. But we scaled it up to 200 kilowatts per hour. It was very stable. And in our 3D printing model, we optimized the natural ventilation. So basically 200 kilowatts, there was no heating because the sum of the heating of each cell was way higher than the heating of the Lipo itself. So it was basically no need to force external heating at 2 kilowatts per hour.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a bit time for question from Robert.
Okay, hi. So not maybe having too much time now. I am very curious in details how you recharge these batteries, because in Invento we are the investor in two companies that are solving some problems with recharging batteries. So it is maybe to reach you out later.
Sure, but I can. Yeah, I will give you the full details in one-to-one. But briefly, our technology has a dual charger capacity, so we can charge off-grid. But we also, for example, in France, we are working with the grid management company to connect to the electricity meter through their API and recognize the off-peak hours natively. So the 100 suppliers from the 100 utilities in France, we can recognize the off-peak hours and charge during the off-peak hour, discharge during the on-peak hour, making helping the client to get 30% cut on their electricity bill.
Okay, thank you. I will reach out to you. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much, Rolf.
Thank you.
Wish you good luck. And we are moving to the next. I'm pleased to invite Ukrainian startups, the winner of AI Unicorn Battle, Startup Active Chat, and Andrew will present it. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Cool. Perfect. I am in Ukraine and I'm on Starlink, so please have my apologies if we have any disconnections or the connection is not that good. So I'm Andrew, the founder of Active Chat. I want to talk about the future contact center today. You know, the ChatGPT is smashing the headlines around the world. Everyone is talking about this great technology and I love it. We are long-term partners with OpenAI, but there is a huge problem with this technology. And you can see an example in this image. When asked why should I lubricate the oxygen cylinder valve with oil, it tells me all kinds of stuff, why I should do this, but it forgets to mention that it is plain dangerous. So basically, these large language models tend to hallucinate and can be dangerous in real-life applications when applied to specific customer data. And this is a big issue which is actually designed into how these models are built. And you can see the landscape here. Most large language model startups and companies are focusing on the number of parameters and the size of training data. But these huge amounts of data, they saturate specific knowledge domains that customers want to build conversations on. We take a completely different approach. We use 0% redundant data that was used for previous model training and only 100% of specific knowledge that our customers provide. It can be a website, knowledge bases, PDF documents, Word files, even previous conversation logs from HubSpot or from Zendesk. What we do, we turn this knowledge into conversations. We use transformer models to turn this into conversations, meaningful conversations that can deliver this knowledge to anyone, basically. This can be applied to self-service automation, to contact center automation, and even internally for employee onboarding and training. Here's a quick comparison of how we compare to ChatGPT by OpenAI. And you can see that the main differentiators are actually the accuracy of responses, either initial or after some fine-tuning, and definitely the cost of operation, the fine-tuning cost and the operation cost. We see a huge demand in technologies that are similar to ChatGPT, but built on specific customer data. I'm overwhelmed with demos these days. We just set it live like 2 months ago. And the conversion rate since then was approximately 80%. So the price for this service is quite cheap, just 5 cents per interaction compared to usual prices of $1 to $8 for a phone call or service chat. This is definitely a huge difference. We already have customers, mostly from telecom, insurance, law, and healthcare industries. Worldwide, 60% come from the United States, 20% from Europe, 20% from Asia, Latin America, large companies that have huge amounts of day-to-day customer communication. Versatile team that is fit to the job. We are a small team. We are still in the early stage of our development. And we are backed by some substantial accelerators, like 500 startups and Overkill Ventures from Latvia and the Concordia Design Accelerator from Poland. Currently, we are raising a small seed round, which is partially backed by all of the existing partners. Yeah, and the goals for this round are to get us to 25K recurrent revenue for a break-even point, and then to 75 to 100K recurrent revenue to get ready for Series A. Happy to get your feedback and hear questions from you. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to present.
Thank you, Andrew. Happy to have you with us. And judges, please, your questions. Rafeh.
Yes. Hi, thanks for the presentation.
Hi.
How do you, until you've onboarded multiple clients, especially call centers, how do you train your AI on data, and how are you collecting this data?
We used small sets of data that we had from our previous customers. We started as a regular chatbot platform 3 years ago. We had a number of SMB customers and a couple of enterprise customers that were using us as a live chat platform and a simple automation tool, like for visual flow builders, for simple natural language understanding, until we developed this generative AI feature. And then we use data from these customers and also some freely available data sets. But we were focused on this specific task to make as few data as possible to be able to create meaningful conversations, so that we do not saturate this data with all that external knowledge that these larger models provide.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions more? Okay, so thank you, Andrew. Yeah, we have already a question from John.
Yeah, just one quick question. What languages does this operate in?
Sorry, John, can you repeat, please? I was dropping out for a moment.
What languages does this operate in?
Great question. Yeah, currently I told you we are a small team, so currently we have this proprietary technology for generative AI for English language only. We start experimenting with the Spanish currently, but right now it works for English only. But what we do have for other customers, we do have a number of customers using us in different languages. We use this native integration with OpenAI, and we combine our existing technology for natural language understanding with extra languages generation from OpenAI. And for our customers, the process looks seamless, as if they were using our own technology. So basically, from the customer point of view, it's the same. Either they're using our tech or OpenAI's.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wish you all the best, Andrew. And we are moving to...
Thank you too, guys.
We are moving to Neil, the founder of Solid Startup from the USA and the winner of Software and Services Unicorn Battle. Neil, please, the stage is yours. You are mute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, now
All
perfect.
right. Fantastic. And can you see my deck?
Yes.
Okay. So,
and please make presentation mode. Now it's perfect. So.
Okay, great. We have invented vision correction for macular degeneration. We enable so many people who suffer from blindness now to see. This is a real breakthrough. We've been working on it for a dozen years and more. Macular degeneration has been a disease with no treatment until now, none at all. 200 million people live with it, a number that's going to double by 2040 because the general population of the Earth is getting bigger. And also it's being detected in more people because largely, the largest part of that 200 million right now is people in North America and Europe that get frequent testing. This is the lens that we've made. It works together with our computational imaging software. It's really inexpensive to make. It's going to be as cheap to manufacture out of polycarbonate or polyurethane, just like normal eyeglasses are now, and about the same cost factor. And we put it into AR glasses. We've created our own type of optics that work with all the other pieces that are in AR graphics right now. In fact, we're getting support from Qualcomm to put this onto the Snapdragon platform. So we've radically improved AR. That's what we set out to do in the first place. We didn't set out to treat macular degeneration or other eye diseases, but we created the world's most efficient, widest field of view, what's called a Maxwellian display. It does retinal imaging into the eye, and that super wide field of view is what started us thinking, oh, we can bring in sight from the peripheral areas of the retina that are normally used for only about 10% of your imaging. Even if the fovea is really damaged, as in that initial picture, which showed the grayed out areas in the central area of the visual field, so that if you have normal sight and you see this assortment of image tiles, which we project into your eye, what you actually see is the full field of view taken up by normal sight, like 20/20 vision, because we present this information to the eye in full focus through a Maxwellian display, imaging on the retina, passing through the pupil without being affected by the focusing muscles of the pupil. So farsighted or nearsighted, you see appropriate vision. Macular degeneration, you see appropriate vision. This is what eventually the glasses will look like, with just like normal eyeglasses, with our lens tiles over displays around the perimeter of the glasses. It's a gigantic market. We're going to help humanity tremendously and make a lot of money. I think I don't have too much time left, but I just want to make a real point here that people find it hard to understand we're doing something so different from the competition that's already out there in a $500 million market. But all of these guys are working with today's AR systems, which are really faulty for doing anything really to fix your vision. They just add picture-in-picture or magnification. We could do all that too, but we actually correct your vision. Need no FDA approval. 12 or 13 patents now. We just got another one approved, 6 more pending. And we have a really clean business model. We license our technology to companies that are already leaders in consumer electronics and digital health. We have a couple of licensees already, and we focus on what we do best and sell them our lenses and license our software through them. It's their business to consumers. How were we able to do this? Rich Muller is a genius. I've been working on this for 12 years, and I've really had great successes in the past doing a lot of great software and hardware products. And so we've got a fantastic team supporting us, and we've got consultation and help from doctors who have now proven this with their patients, and they've been amazed when they've seen it. When we take in the investment we're looking for, we're going to be able to actually come out with a reference design that will give us millions of dollars in revenue by the end of this year. Our offer is now $2 million at 10 million post-patent convertible. We already have a commitment from Excite Ventures, which specializes in this kind of area and has deeply vetted us and also connected us to people that will use our technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Great. And judges, your questions, please raise your hands.
I guess I'll stop sharing.
Yes, please. And we have a question from John Evans.
I'd like to compare this to the current model where you go to an optometrist and he does an eye examination and you get glasses like I've been doing for 10 years now. So to deliver this to the user, the person who needs to wear these, I mean, is it going to be the same model through the optometrists, and therefore does the whole world of optometrists need to be retrained to use this? How do you get this on people's face? Who's doing it, and how do you make that happen?
Well, actually, we're cooperating with Lighthouse Guild right now here in New York City, which I understand is the largest nonprofit in the United States that deals with the blind and diseases of the eye. And so we're building up our initial way of dealing with people that goes through ophthalmologists and optometrists. And eventually, part of the promise of this is that anybody anywhere in the world could put on these glasses. I didn't mention that we're able to do fantastic diagnostics for all kinds of health conditions, but particularly for vision through the glasses. We can really highly accurately, nanoscale accuracy, measure what's going on in the eye. We can also go deep behind the visible tissue of the retina to go into the brain doing true OCT from our optics just outside of the eye in the rims of your glasses. So eventually there's opportunity for people in poor areas of the world or areas where they're far from medical care to have remote diagnostics, remote treatment, just put on the glasses and they'll auto-conform and work. But certainly for the first few years, going through ophthalmologists, get that proof that everybody's happy with it, the initial distribution chains. I think you understand.
Thank you.
Many thanks, Neil. It was great. And we are going to startup number 9 for today, UK startup Aradena, the winner of AR, VR, and Metaverse Unicorn Battle, and Liam will present it. Hello, Liam.
Hey guys, good morning. Let me just put up the presentation on my screen quickly. Okay, great. Cool. So welcome everybody. This is a presentation on Litoja Labs, a company we started about 18 months ago.
Sorry to interrupt you. Your presentation is not full screened. Could you please F5?
Yeah. Is that okay for everyone?
It's better. It's better now. Okay.
Cool. Fantastic. Okay, so welcome everybody. So we're Litoja Labs. We have a mission to revolutionize the way we play and interact online whilst onboarding millions of users to Web3. Our focus is very much on gaming right now. And then we'll focus on social and education sectors as well in the long-term vision of the company. So right now we're focused on a very clear problem statement on an industry level, which is basically that Web3 games have not yet gone mainstream. And that's due to 2 core problems at the user level. One is a lack of quality gameplay and also minimal novelty in the gameplay designs. And the second thing is also a poor implementation of Web3 technology, basically not solving real pain points that already exist in the game's experience, and also poor user experience in terms of the onboarding as well. So what we're basically doing is we're building games that outcompete Web 2 on the gameplay alone and also brings in something novel as well. So basically our philosophy is that in order to attract gamers into Web 3, you basically need to create a gameplay experience that is not just competitive and strategic, but also unique and different. The core value proposition has to be based around the fact that they want to try the gameplay because they've not seen it before. So what we're doing is sort of in our first game, we're merging together trading card games and hex battlers. And we're basically adding two unique value propositions. One is the visuals, so it's a lot more visually immersive for the player. And the second thing is also the introduction of movement and positioning, basically creates a lot more engagement for the player as well. The second part of this is also the Web3 experience. So there's some very clear player benefits that we can provide. Basically, players can earn from competitive gameplay. There's player-to-player trading allowed, unlike other popular CCGs. Game assets can retain and grow in value. There's much more player dev alignment. And then on the right-hand side, you can see how we deal with the onboarding process, which is a big issue in the industry at the moment. Basically, what we do is we segment the funnel so that traditional gamers and those who are not already onboarded to the Web3 ecosystem can onboard super easy with a freemium model and also no crypto wallet required. And then basically to give them value in order for onboarding in the long term. So far, we've generated about $1.7 million in revenue to date in the last 18 months. This is from selling pre-launch game assets. We've built a community of about 60,000 people across Discord, Twitter, and other social platforms. Actually, in this quarter alone, the number of game account signups on our platforms increased by about 300%, as we're just starting to re-up marketing again. We didn't really do any marketing last year. We just purely focused on development. We already raised a pre-seed equity round at the end of 2021. Animoca Brands were the lead in that, which is sort of like the leader in gamification space at the moment and Web3 in general. We have a co-development relationship with Blowfish Studios, who have been an award-winning developer and publisher in Web2 gaming for the last 15, 20 years, and also a key strategic partner in ImmuteWorks as well. I'm not going to go through everybody here, but you can see our leadership team here. A lot of experience across different startups, tech, and gaming as well. I'll point out a couple of key people. James Wakecombe is our lead game designer. He was previously the co-creator and lead designer of Gods Unchained, which is currently the leader in Web3 trading card game space. So that's hugely helpful. And then also maybe Carey as well is worth noting, who's the head of new ventures and monetization design at Splinterlands, who have done well to monetize very successfully in the Web3 space. And he's helping us a lot with our monetization model. In terms of the market opportunity,
your time is almost up, please.
Okay. The market opportunity is about $6.5 billion CCG market at the moment. The last thing I'll go to is just a note on the monetization revenue summary. So what we're working on right now is basically aiming to have $45 million in annual revenue by month 36. Our key revenue streams are the in-game store. So there's lots of different assets which are sold and in-game features. And also we take a royalty on all secondary trading on the platform as well. In terms of the roadmap, we're going into closed beta of our first title in April, open beta in July. Then we'll be porting to mobile next year, and then we'll be releasing new titles and licensing new IPs. And then we'll be expanding into other industry sectors as well. So the idea is to leverage this development work and data points and learnings in order to diversify and expand into new markets and adjacent industries, particularly blurring the lines between gaming, social, and education experiences. The last thing is just the fact that we are in a round at the moment. We have 750,000 committed from Animoca Brands and GameFi Ventures, looking to raise about $2 million. And then basically that's to finish development of the first title, start scaling, and we're expecting to become profitable and self-sustainable by the end of this year. And then we'll only raise again to go into new opportunities, as I mentioned just before.
Liam, thank you very much. Great solution. And judges, your questions now. Yes, John, please.
Yeah, I don't get much involved in gaming, but I do in education. And I note at the beginning, you said down the road, this may lead to applications in education. So I'm just interested to hear what they might be.
Yeah, so basically what the plan is that we're really focused on gamified education in the long term. So what we're doing right now is we'll gain a lot of experience with a couple of key things. So like building and using creator tools, incentivizing creators, onboarding Web2 users to Web3, et cetera, et cetera. That will allow us to build a lot of competitive advantages when we go into creating a gamified education metaverse in like the next 5 years or so. In particular, let me give you like one example of how that may look. So if you imagine that you are an educator in the industry, and in order to create a more engaging lesson plan, what you could do is you could come onto a platform, very easy to use creator tools that allow you to turn your lesson plan into a gamified experience, which is much more engaging. That experience can then be on the platform and other educators or teachers can also use it. And as the creator of it, you will also receive a royalty payment for anybody that uses it in the future based on the token economy.
So would this be applied to, I won't use the word traditional, but academic education in the schools? Is that something that you see down the road?
Yeah, there's two very clear applications. One is on the institutional level, so actually providing it to those in schools. And then the second thing is also on a personal level as well. So if you imagine the startup I did before this was in like basically trying to help young people with personal and professional development by gamifying the education experience. So what you could also do is like lots of different individual content creators who provide personal and professional development outside of the schooling system. They could also use it to create more gamified education experiences as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I wish you good luck on your way. And we are moving to startup, which has a sponsor's choice. Startup Under Drape from Switzerland. Margot, stage is yours. Hi.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
see.
Yes, you can see everything.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. So hello, my name is Margot Peltier. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Enerdrape, and at Enerdrape, we are unlocking underground energy. Today, 50% of the energy consumed globally is actually dedicated to the heating and the cooling needs of our buildings, and this is contributing massively to CO2 emissions. In cities in particular, where we have a lot of density and concentration of the needs, it's getting more and more complex to actually get access to renewable heat sources. At Enerdrape, we turn underground spaces, any kind of them, into renewable energy sources for buildings. We tap into a huge potential that lies underground and that is still untapped. We have invented the very first geothermal panel technology that is able to access geothermal or underground heat without drilling or boring, so without being in direct contact with Earth. We fix our panels to underground rolls. It will capture heat from the ground and transfer it back to the buildings. It's retrofit friendly, can be installed in new and existing building. It's easy to install, modular, customizable, and more importantly, it gives access to a local source and a constant source of energy heat for heating and cooling. This technology has been already implemented and proven. We have performance that are 5 times higher than conventional geothermal technology. We are able to save up to 80% of CO2 emissions compared to fossil-based system. And from day one, you will already have less energy cost for your buildings. So with this technology, we really have disrupted the way we access shallow geothermal energy, specifically in urban centers. It's patent pending. It's a technology that is transferring out of our home university in Switzerland, and we have now reached a minimum sellable product that is already pre-industrialized. We are logging the first client and are actually delivering the first full-scale application of the year at the moment. We have built a customer pipeline and won several awards as well in competition so far. We are tackling a huge potential market opportunity of 150 billion euros if we actually activate any kind of underground surface. But to start, we will enter first the market of underground car park in particular, which is a 100 million euro opportunity in Europe only. So we have successfully turned this lab technology into a product. Now our ambition is to raise a seed round to really enter the market, accelerate the go-to-market, and get the first revenues, grow the team, and be basically prepared to grow in 2 years. To do this, we are the right mix between passion and experts, myself, engineer and entrepreneur, Forbes 30 and 30. My two co-founders are renowned scientists, the tech inventors, and serial entrepreneurs on their own as well. At Enerdrape, we provide a scalable solution to enable the timely decarbonization of our cities. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, my name is Margot Peltier, founder and CEO of Enerdrape.
Many thanks, Margot. And we have already a question from Michael.
Can you share more details about like unit economics cost, where you are now, and what is your aim down the road when you produce like a bit more?
Yeah, sure. So today the solution is either at the same price as conventional shallow geothermal technologies, so basically probes, or a 30% less, depending on the cases. Our ambition is to decrease by more than 2 this price to be really more cost competitive on the market. But today we have already a payback time of around 6 years for the project. And regarding cost of energy. It always depends a little bit on the countries and electricity costs for the heat pump. But for example, in Switzerland, we are between 15 and 20 cents, which is very good compared to other types of clean technologies.
Okay, perfect. A question from Rafik.
Yeah, hi. My question was also related to the unit economics from the client perspective. Obviously, from a climate perspective, there's a lot of value. The question is the economic perspective from the client side. You've mentioned, of course, it depends on the energy price across the different markets. But what is your primary market for now? And what is the saving on the unit level for that particular market? Thank you.
Yeah. So first market is gonna be Switzerland, as we are Swiss based, and then we want to expand in particular in France and Germany. And today we are 30%. We have a 30% saving, cost saving economics. And maybe regarding the business model, what I can add is that we are a bit like the solar panels of underground, so same kind of traditional capex or OpEx purchase, same kind of ecosystem, and we are targeting to have a margin around 60%.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. And it's time for Startup 11 for today, Startup Zimcoin, winner of Crypto and Blockchain Unicorn Battle. Startup is from Spain, and Borja, well presented. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
We are fine, thanks. Please
Thank
demonstrate.
you. See.
About, this presentation. Okay.
Is this fine?
Good luck. Yes, it's fine.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let me present you the future of e-mobility with the founders, Borja Moreno. I have more than 12 years of experience. My last 6 years, I was in Amsterdam in the leading company manufacturing charging stations for electric vehicles. We started with 40 people and we grow up to 1,300 people. With Peter Van Prij was the general manager. So together we founded this company with Ivan Gomez that was in Harvard. He was also CEO of Groupon, and Miguel is an expert in blockchain. And so we are the 4 founders. We go to this market, this sustainable, multimodal, connected mobility market that is a $1 trillion market opportunity in the next years. But it's a problem. It's a slow adoption, it's a bad user experience, and there's a lack of feedback, dynamic data. So the solution is the TripAdvisor for sustainable mobility with Zimcoin app. So you can charge your electric vehicle in Zimcoin app. You can consume mobility services. Then you do reviews. You get zero emission coin reward. There is a cryptocurrency, and then we improve the user experience. We bring value. We bring customers to all these players in the sector. We generate dynamic data, and we are becoming the standard payment in the market. So we already have a Web2 app live in 11 countries. We have a DApp, decentralized app in Web3 already in place. Last year, we had more than 500,000 revenue. We already have more than 100,000 charging points live in Europe. We are growing month to month, 80% active user, and we have a cost of acquisition per customer of €6 and dropping. We have a business platform in place, and we have the coin. And so we have a loyalty system where people say, how was experience charging in the electric vehicle? And then you win Zimcoins, and these Zimcoins, you get a discount to buy a charger, to get an electric vehicle, or to test a Tesla. So then we have a lead generation machine because people use Zimcoin app to test Teslas, and then they do a review of the Tesla. We sell this business to Tesla, and we get a fee of a cost per lead. And then the user get tokens, and then whenever they buy the car, we get a cost per acquisition. So that's a revenue model. We have the Zimcoin token live. It's in dappzimcoin.com. You can buy it. We have a total value lock of almost 400,000 euros with a market cap of 300 million. The token is decentralized. It's in the Polygon blockchain. You can pay already to buy this electric vehicle with 10% discount. Soon you are going to be able to charge your car with paying with Zimcoins. You are going to be able to rent your charger at home to get paid in Sync coins as well. The revenue model is basically we are generating cost per leads and cost per acquisition. So we bring customers to different players. We are selling energy in 2 months. We are going to get 0.7% of market share by end of 2026. And we are also generating so much dynamic data already in our business intelligence platform. And we are growing our community. We are aggregating reviews. And this is going to be consumed by APIs and business intelligence platform as a service. We have a subsidy from the Spanish Transition Energy government of Spain of 300,000 euros. We were finalists in Intercharge, the most important event in Berlin last year of e-mobility. We've been in Barcelona as a finalist of the best e-mobility startup. Also, we closed partnership with the EV Association from Portugal and Spain with more than 7,000 drivers. So if you want to change the world together and you want to fight for climate change, we can do it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Borja. Revolutionary changes are happening, and we are here to listen to questions of judges. Feel free to raise your hands. Okay, if there are no questions, I would like to thank everyone for your pitches today, for being present with us during this first session of Unicorn Cup. And now we are going to the networking session, and please share with Anna your feedbacks. Anna, how did you like it?
Well, I love it. All startups are very strong, and they're the winners of the unicorn battles. And it's not easy to win the unicorn battle. Of course, it will not be easy winning Unicorn Cup, and I'm really glad that we have such a selection of startups. Some of them I noted myself because I'm very interested in all those innovations, and probably I will use it and recommend my friends to use it. And dear startups, it is very essential that you gather all your energy and pitch at the second session, because it will be like the final of the final. We will be closing the votes then and revealing who will be the winner. And I would like to talk to our official judges, because I know that some of you located really far away from the USA and won't be able to join us for the second session. So please share your thoughts, not mentioning who your favorites or anything, not to influence the votes, but just to give some hints for the startups, because they will have to pitch the second session, and maybe you will help them to improve something, maybe like to point this out and to leave this in a shade, or to pitch more specific or whatever. John, can I start with you, please? Can you share your thoughts with us? And before we start talking, dear judges, please make sure you voted for all the startups and put all the marks to all the startups. It's very essential. John, sorry, Michal Zalishak wants to say something. Yes, Michal? Mary, can we stop the screen sharing?
Yes, one moment. Yeah,
thank you.
Sometimes there is too much product description, and it will be more helpful to hear about how much better you are in comparison with your competition, and to understand a bit more about your business model and financials of what you are building and how you want to scale. So this is my point, but otherwise there's interesting startups definitely, and well chosen. Thank you.
Thank you, Michal. Really hope you can join us for the second session as well, because startups pitch differently for the different set of judges, that's for sure. John, yes, what's your opinion?
Well, when you get to a final, it's really difficult to rate them, because they've all gone through many rounds. They've always proven they've been very good. I mean, in terms of the process, I think what Michael just said is probably the single most important point, in that we want to hear about the revolutionary nature of what you're offering, but then, as this is an investment, you have to then communicate what the commercial strategy is and why that will be successful. So I think Michael just hit the nail on the head, and I would just second that. Yeah, that's my comment.
Thank you so much. And Rafael, what can you say to the startups? Give them some hints. I don't see Rafael. Yes, and my support team tell me that Yuri is with us. I don't see him either. Well, I guess that is it for the first session. Startups, I wish you all the best. I will see you all in 7 hours. Please get some sleep, get some rest, get some energy to light it up. Dear judges, hope to see you too. And that's the final countdown, and glad to see you all. And we will have video at the end for a little while. And have a nice day, have a nice night, have a nice life, who I do not see in a while. And see you all who will be with us in the second session. Bye-bye.
Thanks to everyone. Bye.
In 7 hours, it'll be the middle of the night here, so I'm
Sorry,
signing off.
John.
Good luck to all.
Yes. Thank you for your votes. Thank you. See you. Can I have video, please?